Sorry I'm late with this since I had other stuff going on and taking this biology class for the summer where I didn't have enough time to talk about this as soon as possible. But I just like to say thank God the Golden State Warriors are the 2017 NBA champs. Even though I wasn't really down with Kevin Durant going to a team that beat his team after the Thunder blew a 3-1 lead, I wanted to see the Warriors win instead of seeing LeBron win another with the Cavaliers. Durant gets his first ring along with Matt Barnes, David West, JaVale McGee, even Zaza Pachulia, who drove me crazy for grabbing players he didn't have to grab. He was trash. McGee should have played more, but McGee doesn't do well with the pick and rolls. Either way, he brings more energy than Zaza Pachulia. Durant and Stephen Curry were killing it. KD wins MVP. Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, Draymond Green, Andre Iguodala, and Sean Livingston won their second rings. The Warriors are the second team to almost go undefeated in the playoffs. They ended up with a 16-1 record instead of 16-0 in the playoffs, but ended up with 16-1. The other team to do that was the 2001 Lakers with Shaq, Kobe, Rick Fox, Horace Grant, Ron Harper, Robert Horry, Derek Fisher, etc. The Lakers finished with 15-1 since they lost to the 76ers in the first game of the finals. Yes, I say 15-1 because back then in the 2000s, like before the 2003 playoffs, in the first round, you would sweep teams up to 3 games, not 4. So that technically the Lakers were 15-1. I saw Durant's new Nike commercial release once the game was over with "Oh Dirty Bastard, Shimmy Shimmy Ya." Perfect song for the Durant commercial after people called him soft, a cupcake. I know Russell Westbrook, Thunder fans, players, the city of Oklahoma City in general are mad as hell. And they were mad as hell when he won the championship, seeing Durant with a ring. I know Westbrook wants to beat the stank out of someone. He looks like the type of person to beat the stank out of somebody. I respect LeBron for what he does off the court. As a player, I have a love-hate for him. I didn't like the fact how LeBron attacked Charles Barkley for telling the truth, keeping it real, saying that LeBron's comments about getting a playmaking point guard as a backup was whiny and inappropriate. Which was true. Yes, LeBron needed a playmaker, but Barkley did have a point that it felt like LeBron doesn't want to compete. LeBron had plenty of help. He has Kyrie Irving, Kevin Love, J.R. Smith. He had Mike Dunleavy, then traded for Kyle Korver. How much help do you need? I'm guessing LeBron was all up in his feelings. He figured he gets back at Barkley by bringing up his off-the-court situations like throwing a fan out the window, Barkley accidentally spitting on a little girl, etc. What does that have to do with Barkley talking about what you do on the court, LeBron? Charles Barkley's not perfect. At least he apologized to the little girl instead of ignoring about what happened. It's not like, no, I'm not going to apologize to the little girl. Screw her. I spit on her. It is what it is. No, Barkley apologized. He knows he has to deal with his mistakes. The way LeBron did it, it was like he feels he can never end up in the same situations as Barkley. I know LeBron doesn't think he's perfect. I'm not saying he said or feels that he thinks he's perfect or whatnot. No. It's just that the way he said it, it just feels. It feels like he couldn't be in the same situations as Barkley. Well, so far, LeBron, you're doing good, but you just never know in the future. Anything can happen. Not saying it will, but you could end up in a bad situation yourself. I mean, it's constant players getting on Barkley. Then there was Dwayne Wade, standing up for LeBron because they're buddies. He got to have his buddies back. But Dwayne Wade, he telling Charles Barkley to shut up and all this. It's like, Dwayne Wade, why? Why you doing Charles Barkley like that? I thought you guys were cool, especially when you did those old T-Mobile commercials back in the 2000s during your prime years. What happened? I didn't think Dwayne Wade, a 35-year-old, would tell Charles Barkley to shut up. Like, that was just, ugh. That doesn't sound like Dwayne Wade. I mean, I can understand if he was 25 and said that, because he was younger. But dude, you're 35. Did you really have to say shut up like that to Charles Barkley? And let's not forget Draymond Green. Okay, ever since the Warriors won a championship in 2015, this guy has been out of nowhere talking crap and being the tough guy and getting under people's skin. He figures that since he won a championship, this is where he gets to be big and bad after his hard work. Anyways, he getting on Charles Barkley too, talking about he doesn't know about winning championships. Look, Draymond, you're just lucky to be on a great team that's winning championships. Okay? You're a role player, a great role player. If you were the best player on the team somewhere else, I doubt you could get your teams to the playoffs with you being as the main option. And this dude has the audacity to think he can talk all this junk when he's the fourth best player on the team. Kevin Durant, Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, they are the Warriors' three best players. You are the fourth best player, so you really shouldn't be talking all that junk. And not to mention him getting on Paul Pierce, talking about Paul Pierce didn't deserve the retirement tour treatment like Kobe did. Dude, why are you getting on Paul Pierce? What did Paul Pierce ever do to you? And what's with people comparing Draymond Green to Charles Barkley? Charles Barkley is better than Draymond Green. I mean, Draymond Green is a better defender. I mean, Charles Barkley has said this many times. He's not known for his defense. He's going to be honest and say that he wasn't known as a great defender. Draymond is a better shooter, especially mid-range wise, but Barkley was a better scorer, rebounder. He was more athletic. I appreciate Draymond Green's toughness and his game and all, but he need to fall back a little bit. Over there looking like a donkey. Don't he look like Donkey from Shrek? He got the donkey teeth and everything. He straight up look like a jackass. He looks like a J.A., talks like a J.A., and even sounds like a J.A. Draymond Green know he look like Donkey from Shrek. Here's him laughing his butt off reading that mean tweet on Jimmy Kimmel. He knows it.
Draymond Green look like Donkey from Shrek.
Here are the Warriors at their championship parade. I'm sure it'll be the Cavs and Warriors in the finals again for the fourth time. I think we've seen those two teams enough already. 3 times is enough. Can we see some new teams in the East and West for the finals, please? I'm tired of seeing LeBron in the finals. It's also ironic because on NBA 2K17, I played the season with the Spurs, and I restored their players past their primes, restored back into their primes. I did it with all the 30 NBA teams, right? So, it's the playoffs, and just like the Warriors, I blew out teams in the first 3 rounds. Okay, I swept the Pelicans with Anthony Davis and DeMarcus Cousins in the first round. The second round, I faced the Jazz. I swept them. It was some competitive games on 2K17. Joe Johnson, when I restored him in his prime, he was killing me the entire series. I mean, he was just, oh my goodness. He was driving me crazy. I couldn't stop Joe Johnson. And then I faced the Warriors. I swept them. Then ironically, I beat the Cavaliers in 5 games in the NBA Finals. And they beat me in Game 3 in Cleveland. Then in Game 5, I thought I was going to end up going to Game 6 in Cleveland. But due to Ginobili knocking a 3-point game winner, it was over. The score was 103-102, and Kawhi Leonard won MVP. So that was just ironic how I swept those first 3 teams, and then I faced the Cavaliers and beat them in 5, and then this happened in reality with the Warriors beating the Cavaliers. That was just weird. Anyways, this has been my video. Later.